to make money is for someone else to give you that money in return for something that they value less than they value giving the money, if that makes sense. Like, the only reason I bought an iPhone is because I value having an iPhone more than I value the $1,000 or so that the iPhone cost. Similarly, the only way for you to make $1 million is to add more than $1 million of value to other people's lives.
Exactly.
And then the two vehicles for adding this kind of value is either you do it through a job or you do it through a business.
Yes, exactly. This is the other thing, is that there's really only two options here. You either have a job or you own a business. And by the way, here's a quick aside. There is no knock on people who just want a job. As a matter of fact, it's a truism of life that not everybody can be an entrepreneur. Not everybody can be a leader. You can't have a society where everybody's a leader and nobody's following the leader. You have to have a few leaders and a bunch of followers. That's the way that this thing actually ends up working. And again, no knock on being a quote unquote follower. I even hate that word because it makes it sound like those people are like less than. It's not true. Those people just are in a better position to understand that stability actually matters, whereas entrepreneurs understand that risk matters. And so entrepreneurs take on a riskier set of ideals, whereas people who are employees take on more stability. And in my mind, a lot of times I wish I was born to be an employee because I would prefer some stability. I literally can't do it. I literally can't. I was born to do this. And so this is part of the thing with entrepreneurship, is that those people who are doing it have to be this kind of way where they literally couldn't do anything else. Like you'd be miserable, and you'd probably, to be less dramatic, you'd off yourself for being an employee. It just wouldn't work out.
Now, if you're asking the question of how you become the first millionaire in your family, you probably don't have a job that lends itself to becoming very rich. So if you're asking the question, then you probably want to aim towards...
To further clarify on that, there's not a lot of jobs out there where you can become a millionaire. I mean, you'd need a six-figure job, and that already excludes 90% of the jobs that are out there. So it's very hard to do this and have just a regular job. In order to become a millionaire, you usually 9 times out of 10 have to become a business owner.
Trying to become a millionaire through starting your own business. People get very scared of starting their own business, but a business is basically a vehicle that provides value to other people, and that's wrapped around this legal thing that we call business, which is really not that scary and not that hard. We just need to...
Yes, okay, it is not that hard to start a business. This is the other thing. It's like, while I just said that not everybody can be a leader in that sense, everybody has the capability of starting a business. At the very least, a side hustle is not the same thing as like a truly legitimate business with a lot of people working in it. That's a different monster, but I think that everybody has the potential to at least start a side hustle.